The special part about Black Lagoon is how consistent the quality is. Most anime take a while before they get good. This is because most anime are adaptations of manga, and most mangaka are better at drawing artwork than writing stories. So it takes them a little longer to find their storytelling voice. And this is how the creator of Black Lagoon found his right off the bat. Here's a hint. It involves Shakespeare. The way Black Lagoon is written is quite different from other fellow works. Most anime and manga tend to be continuous or semi-continuous. Continuous storytelling in serialized anime basically means that every episode is dependent on the prior episode. This style is very popular with anime that are below 30 episodes. Semi-continuous is more favorable for longer anime because of the large arcs and the breaks in between. Continuous takes place in one arc and semi-continuous takes place in multiple. But Black Lagoon is neither. Its style of storytelling is more similar to GTO, sitting in between episodic and semi-continuous, where the storyline is made up of multiple mini-arcs, usually spanning 3 episodes or less. This makes up one of 2 reasons why Black Lagoon's quality is so consistent. The second has to do with the structure of each mini-arc, which uses a modernized version of Freytag's pyramid. I say modernized, but the theory really hasn't changed, nor should it, but the terminology somewhat has. I'll explain how the structure works by using the first mini-arc of the series as an example. The structure consists of 4 stages and 3 plot points. Those plot points serve as a transition for those stages. The first stage is the ordinary world, previously known as exposition. As the name implies, this stage's purpose is to show off the life the protagonist had before the inciting incident. This stage should be kept as short as possible. Do you know how long it takes Black Lagoon to get to the inciting incident? Less than 1 minute. Now, I'm not saying that every ordinary world stage should be that short, but making it concise prevents you from waffling around. The inciting incident is a single event that represents the protagonist's exit from the ordinary world into the chaos world. The chaos world encompasses the rising action, midpoint, and falling action, but it's more of a combination of stages rather than an actual stage itself. In the case of Black Lagoon, this is where Rock gets kidnapped. I know so far this has been quite simple, but things are about to get a bit more complicated. Here's where we get into the rising action. These 2 terms are equally misinterpreted as the other terms I modernized. The problem is that I can't really change them without also implying something too specific. Most people assume the rising and falling parts of the action represent the energy, when they actually represent the direction the story is going in. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, probably not. Maybe it'll be easier to understand after I explain what the midpoint is. In short, the midpoint is the biggest turning point that takes place in the middle of the story and permanently changes the direction of the narrative. In the case of Black Lagoon, this takes place as an oppositional change. After the Lagoon Company takes Rock hostage, Revy debates killing him multiple times after realizing they weren't really prepared to take a hostage. Rock's goal is to stay alive, and the Lagoon Company is somewhat in opposition to that goal. During this stage, the Lagoon Company, mostly Revy, serves as an antagonist. Midpoint. Rock's company send mercenaries after the Lagoon Company and plan to let Rock be gunned down with them. Falling action. The opposition to Rock's goal has now changed from the Lagoon Company, Revy, to the mercenaries currently hunting them down. Now comes a crisis in denouement. The crisis serves as the final test of the arc, the event that determines whether or not the protagonist achieves what they desire. In the case of Black Lagoon, the crisis happens after the crew is trapped by the mercenaries, and Rock comes up with a crazy plan that has a high risk of failing. But it's the only choice they have other than lying down and dying. The crew attempts Rock's plan of launching their boat out of the water and hitting the helicopter with a torpedo. Considering there's more than 2 episodes, you can already take a wild guess. It worked out. Denouement. Rock joins the Lagoon Company. Now, you might be wondering how any of this involves Shakespeare. Well, the thing is that Freytag's pyramid was heavily inspired by Shakespeare's work, along with Poetics by Aristotle. It's funny how an over 100-year-old structure can still be used to make quality works. Hold on. I forgot to teach you how to write characters like Black Lagoon, especially characters like Revy. I guess it's a good thing that I already made a video about that, and the video is currently on screen right now. Click it if you want, but I promise you'll regret it if you don't.
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?